So when we take a position, that's in response to that fear of falling. The abyss that is us. The abyss that is this. The abyss, when you look into the heart of everything. The position is in response to that fear, that suspicious thought. Taking a position, it's okay. It's not a failure. It's nothing of the sort. It's just, that's what we've been doing, is positioning ourselves in response to that fear of, is there really nothing here? It's a position. But the thing is we've become so misidentified with these positions. These positions, any separate idea you want to throw out, all the positions. Me in relationship to that. This is my position, that's that position. You hear what I'm saying? It's not real. It's a made up response to something we're afraid of. So we take that position. But then we forget that we've even taken the position and we just think it's who we are. We just think it's who we are. It just becomes so commonplace and so part of the fabric of how that whole package of feeling, believing, thinking, and it's self-generating. It's self-generating. It generates itself. That isn't even like, I mean, maybe once in a while we'll get a glimmer of it, right? Like, why am I thinking that? Why am I believing that? Rarely do we, I mean, maybe not in this crowd. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I think it's rare that there's a, who am I anyway? Who is there to take a position? What is this? Really? Really? But if we are in a position, that is it's an impediment, it impedes, it stops, really covers the capacity for that kind of listening we were practicing yesterday. The cup of tea, open field listening. There's no way to experience that in a to directly be that from a position. There's just no way. If we're positioned, then that is the experience. And it's a package deal. So like, say we're positioned in defensiveness, or we're positioned in resistance, or we're positioned in whatever we are, then that's the package deal. It will behave as we believe it to be. That's what we'll see. So that's like the world then that we'll be living. And then we'll form all of this analysis and conceptualization and everything around that, and it, here we go again. One more trip around. It's okay. We're just looking at it. So from that position, there isn't the empty, open, These words are just so non-descriptive of the actuality, but it's just as close as we can get. The right here, right, immovable, unchangeable, unpositioned, unmanufactured, effortless, spontaneous, as is, has no position. So if we can meet that, it begins with like just we intend to meet it openly, okay? Like we were practicing yesterday, we're going to meet whatever this resistance, whatever this no, or I can't, or whatever it is. But we're going to meet it just as purely as we possibly can, without analysis and story and narration and description and categories. Okay? It starts like that. And the eventuality of that is the position begins to crumble because it's not being fed and believed. So it begins to crumble, and what is listeningness moves to the foreground, becomes prominent. And then that's the toe over the abyss. Then we're right on the edge of falling in to what we actually are. When that listeningness takes front and center stage, even as the play is happening, and there's nobody there to position themselves in relationship to it, it's just a simple, naked, uncovered awakeness. Simple. Don't go anywhere. Then listeningness, that which is, as it is, which is real, not constructed, but real, it's front and center. The context becomes apparent. And the appearance almost seems like a dream, like something we deeply cared about, but you can't figure out why. And then that is just, here it comes. The ground, the source of all. Cause, without cause, uncreated, unconditioned, mysterious, ineffable, free fall. So then what does the doing become? Well, the doing becomes, it's never been anything I don't think anybody's resonated with, and I'm looking for other words, but responsive immediacy, next obvious thing, like there's a plate of food, and so here comes hunger. You're sitting in the driver's seat of the car, so by golly, there's a key. You're having a baby, Time to push. To everything there is a time and a season and a purpose under heaven. But it's so covered with these positions and misidentifications and reasons. Oh my God. Just as they used, did your family, I don't know, I think, is this particular to my family? We used to say up the yin yang. I don't even know what that means, but reasons up the yin yang. No, no, maybe that's gross. I'm not sure, but comes to mind. A multitude, an endless multitude of reasons. Oh my God. It just is never ending, is it not? A reason why. A reason for this. Well, I did this because that was this, and da da da. This is this, and that's this, and this is the other. And woo, okay, I got it squared away. I feel good. For about what? 20 minutes? If you're lucky, maybe a week.